Hello, friend. Welcome to Grandpa's Horror Stories. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment your own stories. Travel through tales that intrigue and inspire. Hats off to the original Reddit authors. See the description. My new job requires me to work from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. But every midnight, my task is to hide in a special room. Part 1, quite the strange rule. Right? Greetings, everyone. You can call me Cole. It is a much shorter version of my real name since it is very long and difficult to pronounce. The story you are reading involves a real company, so to avoid any issues with that institution, I will only refer to it as such. Around the beginning of 2022 to this very day, the concerning problem of load shedding ravages the country I live in. Almost every day, for a period of 1 hour, the power goes out twice or thrice at varying times and locations indicated by an app. Most often, these interruptions in electricity supply happen during the night to avoid disturbing businesses' operations during the day, since solutions such as electric generators and green energy are still neither popular nor affordable. Consequently, crimes such as theft rose during the night and skyrocketed the demand for security, thus creating opportunities for employment. Therefore, after a long period of search and hardship, on the 7th of September 2023, I have finally found an employment with a very generous salary to support myself and my family of 4. The job, a seemingly normal position of a security officer tasked to guard an indoor storage facility, all alone, and during the night. My work days and hours are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. The only concern, one strange and mysterious rule revolving around a particular time and also a particular place, approximately worded like this in my contract: from 12 o'clock a.m. to 12:59 a.m. be in the black room. Before 1 o'clock a.m., do not interact with anyone and do not leave the black room no matter the circumstances. Allowed to sleep in the black room from 12 o'clock a.m. to 12:59 a.m. Basically, that time frame serves as my pause, but for unknown reasons, I had to spend it in the black room. That depressing place deserves its name since it is a small room with its steel door and entire interior completely painted with the darkest black I have ever seen. So dark that it seemed to absorb and dim any source of light. Equipped with a black chair, a black clock, a metallic bucket painted in black and placed on top of a black cupboard, and even a black couch. The small place is also the control room from which I can monitor the entire facility. For other unknown reasons, I could only get my black uniform on the 13th, and I started working the very next day. During the first night, I followed the rules and did not witness anything uncanny until I caught a glimpse of something strange on the monitors, active during the entire midnight. There was a bizarre phenomenon affecting the cameras turn by turn, translating into a severe distortion, affecting the corresponding monitors in the control room one after the other. Something I could not identify due to the anomaly moved around freely in the whole building before stopping right in front of the black door at 12:58 a.m. and disappearing at 1 o'clock a.m. The camera in front of the black room also returned the normal functioning at exactly 1 o'clock a.m. Upon reporting the occurrence to my employer, He completely ignored it and just reminded me to follow the rules. What can I complain about? I desperately need this job. But also when I think about police officers, mortuary assistants, miners, and graveyard keepers, and the things they may be confronted to, I end up with the conclusion that a job is a job with its good and bad sides. Therefore, I need to remain a brave man. Yesterday, on the 15th, the second night consumed by my fear or my curiosity, I clocked in at 7 p.m. and planned to get a glimpse of the thing with my naked eye by looking under the black door any time it will pass by the black room. To my disappointment, at 11 p.m., I realized that the steel door does not have any space whatsoever through which I could see anything. Therefore, I settled for just watching the monitors, unprepared for what was about to unfold. Unlike the previous night, this time the distortion was accompanied by sounds coming from outside the room, noises of the storage unit doors vibrating at the passage of the unseen and unknown entity. At 12:17 a.m., the thing passed in front of the black room, and its door shook too, prompting me to stand up in fear, my heart beating as I began to sweat. I tried to contact the authorities both on the radio and on my phone. Both had their screens flickering as they malfunctioned. I had to face the situation all alone. At 12:34 a.m., the intruder passed again in front of the black room, and that time the door shook so violently that I believed it was about to come off the frame. Trembling in fear, I stepped backwards until I hit the cupboard behind me, and unfortunately, the metallic bucket fell from it and hit the floor, making the corresponding and appropriate loud sound that gained the attention of the intruder. Did I just interact? By the definition of the word, I did not. That was an involuntary occurrence engineered by my fear. However, the thing stopped moving. I looked at the monitors and saw that the camera in front of the black room was still affected by the entity, with its corresponding screen flickering, and the door was still shaking, allowing me to confirm that the entity stood right there on the other side of the entrance. I remained immobile and silent, sweating and breathing rapidly until the vibration of the door and the distortion on the monitors both stopped at the same time. When I looked at the clock, it was 1:00 a.m. This time, I avoided complaining to my employer and submitted what I would call a clean report. To safely work, I plan on equipping myself with a few useful things before going back there. Guys, you know my schedule. I worked during 2 consecutive days before a pause on each day off. I plan on updating you guys on the events of the 2 previous nights, but for the rest of this beautiful Saturday and tomorrow, Sunday, let me enjoy the company of my wife and kids. The reason why I have to do this job. On Monday the 18th and Tuesday the 19th, I will be clocking in at 7 p.m. According to the app, in the area where my workplace is situated, there will be load shedding on Wednesday the 20th from 12:00 a.m. to 1:00 a.m. I will spend that hour in the black room. Wish me luck.